Good evening or morning or whenever it is that you're listening to this. We are Morrison Madness.
I'm Don.
I'm Lachelle. So today
on our podcast,
we're going to try another review. We just recently released our selfie stick review, which was one of the worst reviews in the history of reviews. Not because of the selfie sticks, but our version of doing reviews.
We had never done a review before.
No.
We were not prepared. And we never really paid attention to other people's reviews to see, how they do them. Not that we hadn't ever seen other reviews, because we had. I didn't pay attention to them from a technical standpoint.
Right. But I think the biggest thing was neither one of us, I don't think, has ever held a selfie stick.
No, I hadn't.
And so we literally didn't even take them out. We didn't open the boxes from Amazon when we had ordered them. And so...
The best part of the review is me giving the boxes a review.
Yeah.
On how well they were packed and taped.
Right. So it really, we didn't even know how to make them work, how to hold them, what they were supposed to do. It was not, we were not a competent individuals in the selfie stick department. So, but this is something...
Our AV guy had to jump in and explain them to us at one point,
yes.
I remember.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
So on this review, traveling medicine bags, come on down. You're the next contestant on how well will the Morrisons be able to do a review.
Well, so this is something that we actually use.
Yes.
On a fairly regular basis. So not only do you have medical issues, which we've talked about, and so then you have to take medicine every day. And not just one pill kind of thing, but multiple different pills or what have you. And we went on a cruise, and when we went on the cruise, we were like, okay, we're going to be gone for however many days, 10 days, something like that. And we have to figure out a way to pack 10 days worth of medicine and be able to fly and we had done that.
Well, and even before that, we own a DJ entertainment company. So
right.
Whether we're bartending an event or DJing an event, some of those events are,
right.
At a minimum, they're 4 hours. Some of them are 12 to 14 hours.
Right.
So we needed a way to pack medicine
yes.
in our bags that we take for our shows.
Right.
So in case I was having a flare-up, or let's say
right.
you started getting a headache or whatever.
Right.
Right.
And growing up, my mom was a super prepared mom, so thanks, Mom, for that. And
Not a prepper.
No.
A prepared mom.
A prepared mom.
We want to separate the difference there.
So she always had, little things of Tylenol or what have you in her purse for, Band-Aids and things that way as a kid that you need that. She always carried that kind of stuff that was always available.
As a single dad, I was that guy.
Right, and you were that kind of guy.
When I would go to the park,
right.
And all of the moms, I remember, were just stunned that I was so prepared. I'm like, this is not my first rodeo.
Well, and you already are the injury prone. Your children all inherited
I had Band-Aids, Neosporin, athletic
right.
tape.
Right. And so even for me, I like to have, whether it's my work bag or when I'm now going to school and my backpack, I like to have a little bag that has a lot of the different kind of stuff that I might need, whether it's, Pepcid or Excedrin migraine or something along those lines. So then that way I have that with me and I'm not having to try and buy something at a little convenience store on campus that you're going to pay $10 for 2 pills kind of thing.
Right.
So I always wanted to have something in my bag anyway. So we have a couple things that we have already had and a couple things that we had planned on getting the next time we were going to go on a trip, but we hadn't actually gotten until recently because they actually went on sale. So I bought them, even though we don't have a trip coming up yet.
So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to start with the 2 that we've used and then the 2
right.
that we haven't. And
right.
then you can say what you like about it.
Yeah.
And then I'll say what I like about it. Well, like and don't like. And
right.
then I'll say what I like and don't like about it. And then we'll do the same with this one.
Yeah.
Because we may not agree.
Right. And we often don't agree
And
on
we have
stuff.
not discussed this ahead of time. We didn't script this. So we did not prepare for this.
Good luck.
We just decided that these are the ones that we're going to do the review on.
Right. Right. So...
Because we want it to be honest. I mean, none of these companies are paying us for this.
No, But we did get all of these on Amazon. So they're all available no matter where you're watching this. Well, at least in the U.S. You can get them on Amazon.
They were. These are older. They may not still be on Amazon.
I think they still are.
Okay.
They might be a different company and different pricing or something that way. But something very similar, if not the same, is available. So do you want me to start with this one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is a bag that I carry in my backpack or my work bag / purse. So if we go to do a karaoke gig or a wedding or something that way, I just transfer it over into that bag. So I make sure I always have this stuff with me. It just has a simple zipper all the way around and opens up flat. And then on the inside, you can tell I already have a lot of different stuff in there. So it has 2 pockets. It has a pocket here, which I have some little medicine in. There's supposed to be another pouch in there, and then a bigger pouch back here. And then I also got, these are little Ziploc bags that we can get on Amazon. And then I just fill them from our own medicine bottles. So then we can refill these as we go. And so then that's able to be in there. There's lots of different, you can see I have cough drops and Sudafed and all that kind of stuff. So there's quite a bit in there as we're going, even a little nail file, and that's all on that one side. So it holds quite a bit. It's not too hard to organize necessarily if you know yourself and what you like to more opt to use or something along those lines. It's easy to kind of get to stuff. And then on the other side, it has, as I put stuff back in, it has a tall pocket that has like a plasticky component to it. And so in there I have the little disposable toothbrushes that you can get, and some dent picks, which are like floss on dental them, right? Floss, right? And these are Listerine breath strips kind of thing. So I have that in this pocket. So it holds quite a bit. And then it has a larger pocket behind. I have some lotion and stuff like that in an old contact case because I have lots of contact cases. And I got some, I think I bought this. This is like a lipstick tube that's empty that you can refill. And I refilled it again with some like lotion stuff that we have a lot of, and then some Dramamine because sometimes I have to go on a trip or in the car or what have you, and I get motion sickness, so I have Dramamine in there, and then I have like shout wipes and Tide, and so this pocket goes all the way back on this side. So the thing that I really like about this is that it holds different styles, different sizes. There's been times where I've had an inhaler in here, things like that, and that it's fairly universal, easy pocket kind of thing, and it has lots of different dividers. I like that it keeps things separated, so then it's easy to find stuff because they're in their own little pockets, and it's not very big once you fold it up, zip it up, so it's easy to throw in a bag pocket kind of thing. I would say, what is that, 5 inches?
Probably.
Maybe 2 inches thick because I have a lot of stuff in there. So that's mine that I use on a pretty much daily basis kind of thing when we're not stuck at home.
So mine is pretty similar. Mine has, instead of having 1 zipper though, mine has 2.
Right.
I'm not really sure why. And then I don't have as many pockets. I have 1 big pocket on this side, and I use the same, little Ziploc bags for pills, and then on this side, it's really more open, which in some senses is nice because then you can put larger things in here. But then, if you don't have a flat place to open it up, or if you're trying to open it up in a car, stuff can jostle around and move around. But then the really nice thing about it is that it has this zippered one. So if you've got stuff that's really important, like once in a while, I'll put my tie clip in here, or if my finger swells up and I can't have my wedding band on, I can stick my wedding band in there, and I don't have to worry about it disappearing on me. And this one will hold. This one
will hold as much as this.
Yeah, it will get just as fat.
Yeah.
As this one.
Yep.
I don't know that I have a preference. Again, the big thing that I like about this one better than that one is the fact that it has that zippered pocket. The thing that I don't like as well about it is that this is just open. The stuff's just sitting in there.
Right.
And it's not behind something.
Right. There's no extra little netting or something to hold it in, which is the one thing that I didn't care for on that one. And primarily because a lot of times when I'm needing to get in stuff, it's, I'm not at a place where I can open it up and lay it out on a table. I'm holding it in my hand. And so I'm having to open it this way and just grab what I need. And that would be harder to do for me with that one.
Right.
And so that's why I liked this one for my everyday and my backpack. But like in the karaoke bag or something that way, it makes sense because then we have a table and we know we'd have a table to lay it out on. So, but like in the car or something, this is a little bit nicer. It really, I think it's just personal preference. This one's all cloth. Where that one has more of a nylon, plasticky feel. So, and
it's a canvasy cloth, though.
Yeah, it's
sturdy. It's durable.
It's very durable.
And this
is
more
sturdy.
nylon.
Yeah, and the other side, that comes in different colors. I feel like we have a pink one that it came in a multi-pack, so there was two in the package or whatever, and so there's a gray and a pink one. This one only came in red, and it has some sort of little patch on here that it looks like it's a foreign language. I'm not quite sure, and then it says first aid pouch, travel goods. But I like that it has the first aid logo on it too, so then that way if it falls out of your bag, people realize.
Right. And when we went on the cruise, we took those little plastic, the little Ziploc bags, and we wrote on them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yep.
Right, all of them. So then we put my daily meds in those, and I had the AM ones and the PM ones, and we just put one on one side and one's on the other side. Right. And that worked pretty well. Right. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but it worked okay. Right. The bad thing was if we were in a hurry trying to get somewhere, it was hard to dig through because they weren't necessarily in any kind of an order. Right. And that's why you started looking at some of these other ones. Yes. And
that's one of the things with either one of these, like all of the little pouches, the little
right, they're not organized. They're just
Ziploc
mixed down
bags.
In there.
Right. So you have to kind of dig to find them, and if you're not sure what you're looking for, it takes a while. And then you're pulling them all out, and you have to have a place to hold them, store them, what have you, while you find whichever one you need. So it's a little bit more cumbersome in that way, where having something that it lays it out nicer would be easier or nicer, which is why I was looking at other stuff, specifically when we're going on a longer trip. So not necessarily a day-to-day, but a longer trip as far as like when we go on a cruise or something along those lines.
Two of the options that she found online that she presented me with, because I didn't really do any research online.
No.
This was the first one.
Yeah.
And it opens up very nice, and instead of just having a week, it has eight. It has an extra one for any kind of a miscellaneous thing, and then they're different colored for AM, PM kind of a thing. Right. So they're nice. Yeah. I mean, the design is nice, and the thought behind it is nice. These are nice in the fact that they have the zipper on them.
I like that it has the zipper, and they're just little Ziploc bags. But the nice part about it is that they're numbered, so you know which slot it's supposed to go into. And then with the little zipper across the top, I like that it's easier to get into. Yes. But they're a little heavier duty. Where the other ones that we have are designed to be a disposable one-time use.
We use them more than that, but
yes. But so this should hold up longer, and I believe for both of these you can reorder these pouches, just the pouch themselves, and not have to get the whole bag. But neither one of the bags are super expensive. So, and then it has the little tab can go over top as well to kind of keep it from falling out of the pouch if you needed it to.
And then it folds up to where it doesn't take up a lot of space.
We don't have it full, so as you fill it, I think it'll get thicker.
Right, like, but I mean, when you laid out, it looks like it takes up a ton of space, but it folds down to not much bigger than a checkbook. Right. And then on the outside, if you open this up, the pocket goes down on both sides.
All the way to the ends.
Right. So you can
didn't realize.
You can put larger stuff in here, and then it has important medical information sheet. I mean, obviously you could make one of these yourself, but if you're out on a cruise or on a trip somewhere, being able to grab this, if you end up going to the hospital, having all of this information at hand for a doctor or an EMT person, very important. Yep. The only things that I don't like about this one is that it doesn't feel very sturdy. I'm not saying that it's not.
Right.
It just doesn't feel very sturdy.
Right.
Even the Velcro latch part doesn't feel very sturdy. And it may be an extremely sturdy thing. I mean, we haven't taken it on a cruise and tested it out and put it through the paces. We haven't actually tested
it yet.
Just the feel of it doesn't feel as sturdy as compared to what this one does or what this one does.
Right. This is more, it reminds me of the like tent material. So this is more like a canvas bag. That's going to be more like the not tent material, but I can't think what.
This is very nylon-y, like umbrella material.
Yeah, but thicker than umbrella. I mean, umbrellas tend to be really
thinner.
thin. This is the really thin tent type material, is what it reminds me of. So it might hold up because that material is fairly sturdy. But I agree. I think that the Velcro seems to be a little light. But I like the layout. I like that it has 8 instead of just 7.
Yep.
And there's one person, I don't know who the person is, that did a review of this one specifically on Amazon. And instead of actually using it as AM, PM for a week, or even doing 2 weeks with it, they put labels over these numbers and then put labels on the bags themselves. And they used it for over-the-counter medicine. And so they had 16 different kinds of over-counter the medicine specifically, and they did it specifically, I think, for a cruise.
Kind of the same way that we use this.
Right, the same way we use this, but it was specifically
just more organized
for a cruise, and they had a larger family. You know, had kids with them, what have you. So then they had different like children's Tylenol as well as adult Tylenol kind of thing. So they had a little bit more that way. But if you think about when you're on a cruise, if you have to get some medicine in the cruise ship thing, it gets pretty pricey. So it made sense to kind of do that kind of a thing and have that with us. So this one. So this one it's more of a felt feel, but it's stiff. It's like a stiff cardboard. So I don't know if it's felt over the stiff cardboard, but it opens up and it has 2 things, 7 in each column. And then again, it has little Ziploc bags, and the Ziploc bags are also labeled. I don't know if you can see that.
And they're heavy-duty Ziploc bags, but they don't have the zipper on them.
No, they don't have the zipper on them, and then it's a little harder to get them. I have to use my fingernails. So if you don't have fingernails, it would be harder to get them open and shut. And they're a little bit smaller than this one, just to compare that as well. I don't know if you can even see the difference in that. So about a finger width on top and side for the difference in size. So they're a little bit smaller. So if you're taking lots of medicine or you want to bring along a lot of whatever supplements or something that way that you're taking, it would be a little harder to pack as much in this. But it does have nice netting. The netting is also a little bit larger, like fish netting, where this is like a smaller netting. I feel like things could get caught in this.
Snagged on that.
Mm-hmm. Snagged on this one. And this one is definitely labeled Monday through Sunday. So rather than 1 through 8.
Right.
So not that you can't go over those labels, but this is a little bit more universal. This does have pockets on the sides, so you could put your card or what have you on the sides there. And then it does have a zipper pocket on the outside, which is only on the one side. It doesn't go the other direction. So again, this one is also very, very nice.
This one seems much more heavy duty.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you said, because of the fact that it had the cardboard,
mm-hmm.
Or a piece of plastic or whatever that's in there to keep it from bending.
Right.
And the Velcro seems like it adheres a little tighter.
Yep.
Lines up a little better.
Yep.
This one is longer than this one.
Right.
And then I think even if you put stuff in this pocket, you put stuff in these pockets, this one is going to be a little fatter than what this one is.
Because it's folded 4 times rather than just in half.
Right.
But at the same time, I feel like you can hold way more in the blue one than you can the gray one.
Yes, and for what we use these for, and I feel like we got
what we use the ones that we're currently using them for.
We got this one and the pink one first,
right,
and then you found that one, and because it had the extra pockets, you ended up getting that one
just to try it out, yeah.
Right,
and then I liked it,
and we kind of like that one a little bit better because it secures things
right
better. And of these two, I don't know about you, but even though this one is a little heavier duty, the things like this netting, I worry about if you've got a split fingernail catching on it, all kinds of stuff catching on it. I don't feel like it will expand very much. I don't feel like you can put, like if I had an inhaler, it's not going to go down in there very well. If I had a bottle of something that needed to stay in its bottle because it's a specific prescription, you may not be able to get this zipped. Right. I feel like this one, even though it seems lighter and thinner, I feel like this one is actually more durable and better designed.
Right.
I mean,
and I don't think
until you really took it on a cruise and used it and abused it a little bit, you wouldn't know. But
so I don't think we actually said what they were. So this gray one, the stiffer, higher quality kind of one that we're talking about is Tello Travel.
And this one is
Lewis and Clark, I think.
Yeah, Lewis N. Clark, not Ann.
Right, Lewis N. Clark, which you can find on Amazon, and I'll try and remember to put links on the stuff as well, in case you're interested. But again, we're not being sponsored by this. This is just us and talking about things that we would use.
But I think when we book our cruise next week, I think this is the one that
we're booking a cruise next week. Look at me getting all excited. Yeah, I agree, and I honestly feel like I would like to do what the one reviewer did and have something with all of the over-the-counter meds, have one of these with just over-the-counter meds, and then have one for your daily
AM, PM stuff.
Daily medicine. Yeah. Because the nice thing about when we used these and the disposable Ziplocs, we might still do that even just using this, but use the disposable Ziploc bags for your medicine, because you would take that with you to breakfast, and then we didn't have to worry about whether or not you lost that bag.
Right.
And so I still feel like we'd be apt to do that, but then have something that you just kind of leave in your room on the ship kind of thing, that makes more sense, I think.
So I think for around town, this is the one I recommend. I'm not sure which one you recommend.
That's the one I would recommend, yeah.
But for going on a long trip, whether we were going to go to your parents for a week or we're going to drive across country or go on a cruise, I think this is the one out of the two. This would be the one that I would want, and I agree with you in how we would use it.
Yep.
So, and maybe
this is why we get along so
well.
Maybe
we'll do a small updated review about how well it worked.
Yeah.
If and when we do get to take a cruise.
We will, right? Get to take a cruise some point.
I mean, I'm hoping so.
I hope so too.
I can't guarantee that. I don't.
No, that's true. But we enjoy cruises.
Yes.
So
had a blast.
Yeah. So we'll definitely try and do something. But even if we just go on a trip for a long weekend or something,
if you have questions or comments, please share them on our Facebook or Instagram or our website or wherever.
Yeah.
All of that stuff. Check us out on all of the social medias. Again, we are Morrison Madness. My name is Don. This is Lachelle. We hope that you found this informative. Please give us your feedback. Please like it, share it, all of those things. It's really helpful.
Let us know if you have any of these, and if you use them in this way, or if you found other unique things.
Or if you have one that you think is better.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe
we would love to look at something that could be a better option.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thanks for tuning in.
Take care.